because last week Mike tried Spanish. So.
I did pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a good roll of the R.
Did you? I can't roll my R's, and I'm Mexican, so.
So does that mean I'm more Mexican than you?
Yeah, sure. Welcome back to episode 12 of Property Pairings. I'm Eric Kinzler. This is
Mike Pavone.
We're excited to get started. We've had we've had a pretty fun week.
Did we?
Started out Monday. Mike's got like a full list of things, and he gets a call from the painter at a property we have.
Yeah.
Where we can't say where it's at, but we have property.
Yes. So get a text message call. Hey, there's water in the laundry room. What? Yeah. Because the painters had just gotten there to start masking and taping and things like that. And it's like, well, we disconnected the water heater. The shutoff valves were shut. When we did that, we were there for over an hour. I was there about an hour, almost a little over an hour, to make sure everything was no drips, no nothing. Everything was good. I headed out. We were there a few days later. Nothing really of note. We were taking some pictures for scope of work that needed to be done by some of the vendors. No issue of water then. But when the painters got there, there was there's a puddle of water on the vinyl, which that part ended up being okay because it's just sitting in one spot. That kind of got wiped up. It didn't impact anything because it's vinyl sitting on top of it. But we get the water heater out fully out, and it's like, oh, we need to get the washer and dryer out
because we're replacing floors.
We're doing floors, we're painting, wall repair, things like that. So we pull the dryer out, no problem. We go to pull the washer out, and of course, check to make sure the shutoff valves are shut. It's righty-tightied. Mm-hmm. It's not going further. So I start to disconnect one of the supply hoses, and I have a bucket there because I'm thinking there's gonna be some leftover water in the pipe, whatever, right? And I start to disconnect. There's dribbles of water. I'm like, and I go a little bit further, and it's starting to spray out just a little bit. I'm like, wow, this looks like this is under pressure. That should have been my first cue.
Yeah, because it was.
Because it was. I kept going, and when you get to a point, a critical point, there's nothing holding that hose on. It just shot off. Water's going everywhere. I can't shut. The righty-tighty that I thought was shut off was frozen. The shutoff valves are frozen. They're non-functional because we thought it would, because you couldn't turn it anymore.
Right.
Because then we tried. We're like, okay, well, maybe it's backwards for whatever weird reason. Try to go the other way.
No.
Nothing. It's just like
it's stuck.
Yeah.
So water's shooting everywhere, and of course, the first thing I do, and we're in regular work clothes. I go, yeah. Eric, hold this, and I hand him the shooting hose of water.
I'm right on he's behind the washer. I'm in front of the washer. And he goes, hold this, and water is just hitting me. And I'm like, okay, how about we direct it in the bucket behind you?
So I run out because I was like, oh, there's a shutoff valve here. Let me get to the shutoff valve. That's a shutoff valve for the front hose. Because it looks like a supply shutoff.
And the bucket's just like, I'm like, it's almost full. And so then try to open the window so that way we could direct it out.
Because there's a window right there.
Yeah. And so you pull on the blind, but the blind was all broken. It was just, the screen was put on backwards, so you couldn't pop out. You couldn't like lift it and pop it up. You'd have to go outside and around. It was
just chaos.
So,
it was.
And the thing is, and this is happening in a span of like less than 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, wait, pinch the hose. And we just went, because we thought it was a braided steel hose because it looks like it, but it's not. Yeah. And so you just went, like any garden hose, cheep, and that stopped the water.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Right. Yeah, but they were silver hoses. And typically when you think silver, you're thinking braided steel. Right. You're not kinking that. Yeah.
So we pinched off the hose, reconnected it, got everything.
Turned the water off. Yeah, that was fun.
You know, got hit in the chest with water, pants with water. My shoes are wet the whole day. It was great.
Yep.
We got it all cleaned up and like it's all dried out, and because it was primarily on the vinyl again, And we moved, it happened so quickly, and we cleaned it up so quickly, like it's dried out, and we're replacing floors anyways. And we're doing vapor barrier and stuff like that as well. So like all that's gonna get mitigated, but still, it's like it was one of those times you're just like, what's happening right now?
We also discovered we need new
Shut-off valves.
Shut-off
Yep.
valves.
Yep.
That got added to the scope of work.
Yep.
And the house has so much potential, but it's like you look at any system in the house and you're like, that's probably not working. I know that's not working. And so it's how much of these things do you peel back? Well, we need the water supply lines to actually work when you shut them off. So yeah, those have got to get replaced. The shut-off valves.
Yeah.
So that was Monday.
Tuesday was my birthday lunch at Mike's parents' house, which was delicious.
What did we have?
Steak. Well, I think you guys called them steak sandwiches, but it's like prime rib. So it was like sliced prime rib with this homemade like blue cheese sauce, and then they're kind of like wedge potatoes that were Parmesan and like baked. Those were really good. And then for dessert,
It was like the ciabatta rolls that are like toasted, lettuce and tomato, make your own mashup there.
she made like wedge salads.
And
Yeah.
it had bacon and blue cheese and tomato and a little bit of olives on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Ooh, that hit.
It was really good. And then dessert was like this homemade strawberry shortcake. But it's not like a normal strawberry shortcake. It was really good. It's like this crescent type roll with strawberries and then this filling. Do you know what the filling was?
Yeah, it was. There's like a cream filling and then whipped cream on top of that. So first of all, it's not angel food cake like that white cake.
Yeah.
It's one of the like laminated, one of those laminated kind of buttery type crust, the flaky things that you'll make like a pie, not pie crust, but it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Like
But then the strawberries and it's like she put a cream filling and kind of like almost cannoli like cream filling in
yeah,
between.
just a
and
little
then
more watery.
Yeah, whipped cream on top of that.
It was so good. Yeah. And then we had scotch as well. And Mike's like, I'm just doing one. I got to do blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, his dad's kind of sneaky. Like you get a little down and the next thing you know, he's already over there, the top's off, and he's just like topping it up. And we do little
It's
little
not
pours.
It's not a second glass. It
Yeah.
never gets empty.
Yeah, it's only one.
Yeah.
Totally.
And so his dad is like, he's like a generous pourer. And so it is kind of like 2 or 3 glasses in one glass.
One year for Christmas, I got him an expensive bottle of scotch. And the guy was like, wow, he's going to really enjoy this sipping on it. I was like, he's probably going to finish this in like two days, maybe 3. He likes, if he likes something, he drinks
2
it.
days.
He will do I think he finished it in a week. It was King George V or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
He finished it, I think, in a week. And like,
Is that a Dalmar?
I think it was,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was, but for us, it would take us like a month and a half.
Yeah, we save like the good stuff and we'll just do a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So that was Tuesday. What was Wednesday?
What was Wednesday? I don't know. Just
We had a lunch with our managing broker yesterday,
yeah.
which was really good.
Oh, I met with some sellers, bringing on another property. Probably by the time this is posted, it should be on the market. So that'll be good.
Yeah. We picked up some more business this week.
Yeah, quite a bit. We're gonna have a hefty summer for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then today I have to go. I'm mildly nice looking today, sort of, because I have to go do a Washington Multifamily Housing Association meeting thing from 12 to 5. And then it's weekend. My middle's birthday is today, Ashton's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big deal. He woke up to Ninjago this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, he got a little Ninjago figurine, and he'll get other stuff later. He's like, where's the rest of my stuff? Because he had picked a kite. He wanted a kite, and he wanted some stories. And we had forgot to order that stuff. We had it in the cart. We just didn't hit submit.
Yeah.
So it's going to be here today, but we forgot. So I was like, Fred Meyer, Ninjago, let's have something for him right when he wakes up. He was very happy though.
Yeah,
Nice.
I bet. You're like, no, buddy, it's the gifts are sprinkled throughout the day.
Throughout the day.
Did you get all the bags?
Yes,
Okay.
that was a lifesaver too. He needed to have the birthday favor things for his classmates, right? Because that's a thing. I guess that's a status thing you do. We didn't do it when we were kids, but apparently it's a thing now where on your birthday, you bring stuff to class and the kids get to pick their bag of party favor stuff, even though, I don't know, it's just a thing.
What?
Yeah,
Mhm.
kids these days, right? Well,
It's like, for me, it was like if you came to my birthday, then you lit like a party because you were my friend, not just my classmate. You would leave with like a goodie bag.
yep.
Yeah.
Now the goodie bags have transitioned to coming to school with you so that when they have their little school birthday party for you, every kid gets a goodie bag. I don't know. I didn't make the rules.
Yeah.
And you guys have to sponsor that?
You don't have to, but like, are you going to have the only kid that didn't do it?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we had the stuff, but not the bags. And the bags are supposed to arrive between 9 and 11 a.m. this morning. So I'm like, I got to go figure this out. And Eric's like, we have like 1,000 of these things in the office.
Yeah. From some of our other events that we've had.
So Uncle Eric came through clutch on that one. Because I had no idea we had those.
Yeah. I was like, I think we have some.
Yeah, it was a thing today.
Interesting. Kids these days.
There's a lot of things that are different from when we were kids.
Oh, yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
I don't.
You could invite whoever you wanted in your class to your birthday. You just gave the invitation to
Well, it's
the kids you wanted to come. Now it's like, if you're not inviting the whole class, you can't.
until a certain age. It's like around 7 is pretty common. It seems like where now you start to peel off like a smaller group, and then maybe you do something different. But like all the birthday parties I ever had were always at my house,
Yeah.
and there wasn't. It was like paper hats and
Yeah.
a couple games, and now it's like it's always at some kind of a fun center, some kind of a climbing thing. You have merch that you have to get apparently, sticky socks for some of those places, shirts, water bottles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds insane.
My parents' only expense was like, okay, we know if there's a birthday party at Jake's house, there's gonna be a bounce house of some kind,
Right.
and then kids just keep themselves entertained. It's like, oh, we play basketball, we go on the rope swing, we go in the bounce house, like play tag, whatever. And then my dad's just grilling up hot dogs, keeping it cheap.
That's what I want to get back to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine were always at the park.
Mm.
It was at the park. One of my parents would go early in the morning.
Charcoal grill.
Yeah, they'd
Yeah.
go early in the morning and like
Reserve
snag a
spot.
table.
With the little barbecue thing like kind of next to it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all
And
nasty.
then everyone was just kind of like hanging out there, and so parents could congregate right there, and the kids could go.
Be feral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the playground. There's like volleyball. Those were kind of the two spots you were at.
We've done that. We've done a handful of those. And for us now with the yard,
Yeah, yeah. You can do
we're
the
just
same
going to
thing.
do the same freaking thing there and not have to haul people off to certain places and all that.
Yeah.
So,
What was in the goodie bag?
well, that is a thing too. You can't just give like a little baseball card or something. So we had a really big bouncy ball, which was an immediate mistake because we had extras of those, and the boys started launching them around the house and into shelves and off the ceiling. I'm like, because it's about the size of a golf ball. It's not the little ones.
Yeah, those
Oh, yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Clark goes, watch this, and it bounces maybe to here, and Ash is like, bam,
Yeah.
and then it shoots all over the kitchen while we're trying to cook dinner.
You got
So-
some drywall holes.
Yeah, I have a little couple divots. So it was the bouncy ball, and then like I said to Julie, I was like, we should do a little payback for all the like sticky, gooey things that we get. Like let's get them like gooey gack or something like that. But no, we got them like these. You know this? You remember the slap hands where you can
Oh,
stick
yeah,
them to
yeah,
something?
yeah.
It's kind of like that, but there's not the string that attaches it. So it's like a little caricature thing, and then you can throw it at stuff. It sticks.
Is that the one that's got like the 4 corners? So then he'll like flip down the wall.
It probably could do that, but it's not that one like you're thinking, but it
Okay.
probably could. And then like a little water toy shoots bubbles, and you have to like rings or something like that, and like get the rings onto something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that big.
Yeah.
You can't just go 25 cents or anything like that. You have to try.
Could have just put our keychains in each one and a business card.
Why didn't I do that?
And you'd be like, Ashton wanted a real estate themed goodie bag.
That would be actually would have been really good.
Little house toy.
I could do, yeah, we could do Pavone
Next-
Kinzler bags.
Next year we'll do like swag bags for Blair's birthday. She loves her Uncle Eric. I don't know what to
We
tell
should
you.
do that. Just have her have a little shirt on.
Yeah.
She's walking around a little billboard.
That's so funny.
So that was today.
Yep. Tonight I'm going out for my birthday.
John Howie.
John Howie.
Oh, John Howie.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess.
Oh yeah.
No, I went
yeah,
there
that would have
yesterday.
been a very obvious one. Yeah. They would go big for you.
I'm sure they would. Yeah.
It's my birthday. Here's all of the top shelf. You want a flight of all the top shelf stuff we've got for free?
Yeah, they might. I went there yesterday.
Nachos.
No. So they're getting, it's almost the end of their seasonal menu. And so they're getting a new one. And they have these delicious pork belly tacos. And it's like corn tortilla with like, you know how they will melt cheese and like make it crispy?
Like on a broiler or something?
Yeah. So then they put that on top of the tortilla and then they fold it and then they put in just like crispy pork belly. It's so good. It's so good. And then like toppings, but so I had those. That was really, really
Is
good.
that where you were last night when you sent me the picture? So a little context. Yesterday we had this long discussion at lunch about our significant others and how many pots and pans can be generated when they're making a dish.
Oh.
And the particular one we were focusing on was chicken teriyaki, when you make it from scratch, right?
Yeah.
So we have a whole conversation at lunch about this. I get home, guess what we're having? Chicken teriyaki. So I send him a video of the chicken teriyaki that's being made in my kitchen. And
then the ingredients
It's just-
list that's required to make it. Because you can't, apparently you can't just buy teriyaki sauce if you have like, if your significant other is a chef.
yeah, you can't just buy it.
You gotta make it from scratch. So you gotta get like 12 bottles, and then you gotta get like, I don't know, let me not exaggerate, 6 bowls to make a single teriyaki sauce. So it's just like everything's sticky and
Yeah. But it was just because we tend to be more simple and fewer ingredients, and we clean as we go.
Yep.
And that was the particular dish that is very intensive when it comes to making it. And I get home, and there it is on the countertop, needing to be cleaned up. Like, was she listening to us? I don't know. So we had chicken teriyaki last night.
was it good though?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I do like chicken teriyaki.
There are times where, describing what you've described, I will come home and it's like, let's just throw it all out. That'll be easier.
Yeah.
I'll get new pots.
Those are old anyway. We've had them for a while.
I don't want to clean all this up.
That's how I feel about Tupperware sometimes. In the fridge, you go and you're just like, oh, that got pushed to the back, and you look in, you can, because most of the time, you have the clear ones too. And you're just like,
Well, we have the same problem like with that, or we have the same problem with kids. Like if there's
a cup.
or like, well, yeah, if there's a little bathroom accident or too much dirt from school, or at one point Blair got into Julia's nail polish in our bathroom, and it was all over the place. Like it cleaned up off the floor just fine, but it not off her clothes. I'm like, let's just throw them out. No, we're not having any more kids, so what does it matter? No, we still have them. Mine is the when you buy, that one is a brutal one. Mine is when I buy veggies and I forget they're in the veggie drawer and other stuff gets put on top of it. But to the same, like, what's that smell?
Yeah.
And why is there like fluid in the gym? And
Yeah.
it's like some decomposed head of lettuce in the back.
Cilantro in the back. It's always the
It's always a cilantro.
It is always the cilantro.
Why
in the
can't they
back.
sell cilantro in like a little thing like this? Why do I need to buy a whole?
Yeah.
Yeah, Costco doesn't help with that either.
No. And you got to get stuff from Costco. Although I'm almost out of cold brew, so it might be a bad week next week.
Don't run out on that on Friday next week.
I'm going to Costco after this.
Friday next week.
Well, because if you don't have your cold brew,
If you want me to pick you up some, I'm going to Costco.
when
That's the one thing my husband needs to do. He can get the cold brew.
when there's been maybe twice in our entire working relationship where he ran out of cold brew, and like.
Didn't you show up with one to the office for one time when he was out?
I haven't done. Have I?
Yeah,
I don't
we
think I did.
bought some.
Did
We
we?
used to have
I
some
think
at the
you
thing.
talked about that, yeah.
But he showed up. There's like maybe two incidences where he showed up and he didn't have his cold brew in the morning, and like this specimen of a man right here is not what we got that day. It was the Hulk.
A little haggard.
He was like short with.
Quiet.
Like I was like, hey Eric, I kind of need you to go to Seattle. Oh, do you now? Well, maybe I'll go myself. If we get him his cold brew, he's good.
Yeah, it helps make Eric for sure. Costco cold brew comes in a can. It's perfect. Just grab and go.
The last time we were over there, which was probably maybe 6 weeks ago.
Was
that the last time that you guys bought?
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause
There
it
should
was
be no
like-
reason we're running out.
It was like, if you remember as a kid, like you had those little blocks that you could build forts with. It was like stacks of cold brew. And like you could have made a little fort with them. Just stacked up right in the kitchen there to make sure that there was always supply on hand. So you guys worked through all of that?
I do. Yeah, those are just mine. Every morning, right before I leave, refrigerator, cold brew, walk out
That
the
is the
door, get in
routine.
my car, turn it on,
Yeah.
pop the cold brew, drink it on the way into work.
Oh yeah.
The silver can, right?
The silver, yeah.
We might need to keep some emergency cold brews on hand then.
Yeah.
If he shows up with that one.
Yeah. You'll just have to like, if I'm drinking the cold brew at my desk, you know I had to take an emergency cold brew. So you need to give me 30 minutes to let it sink in because that's how long it takes me to get to work.
Okay, good to know. Noted. I will leave you alone for 30 minutes if
Yeah.
I see the cold brew can.
I need the love. What are you doing for Mother's Day?
Well, I was informed on what my wife wanted for Mother's Day. So Bose noise canceling headphones
Nice.
for the return to work component. Ashton made her a card. I have all the cards from the kids in my car right now. Ashton picked one. I'm like, well, he's like, I want that one. And it looks like those old school tattoos you'd wear on your shoulder. It was like a heart with mom in it or something. Okay, all right, well, we'll get that one. And then he's like, I also want that one. And it's like, that's a wedding card, bud. So we're not going to probably get that one. But then Blair picked one because it has a bunny on it. And then we got one for Clark, too.
Bunny. She's like, oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. So we'll do cards.
There was Easter cards that were like 75% off, and she's like, I like that one.
Yeah,
And
that's a great one.
Mike's like, well, Blair picked that one out.
Yeah.
I'm always in the papyrus section. I'm like, ooh.
I usually-
and then it's like $10 for a card now. I'm like, what the heck?
I strictly Trader Joe's cards because they look great. You're supporting Trader Joe's employees because they're the ones that design them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, they submit designs and then get selected to get sold in the store. So I don't know if they get a cut of that. But every single card, no matter how nice it looks, 99 cents.
Oh, I need to go to Trader Joe's today.
So I literally will stock up on like 8 cards at a time. Just get like 4 birthday cards. And then like in my friend group, I'm known as the guy who like always shows up with a birthday card. Because I'm like, I can't afford, gifts for everybody.
Yeah.
But I can at least not show up empty-handed,
Yeah.
I think a card is the gift of a card is probably lost on a lot of people. Like that is plenty for me, especially like, well, if you have kids, they make them for you or.
Because it's just thoughtful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do 2 cards usually every year, especially like on Valentine's Day with Julia.
Mhm.
One is like the heartfelt, yeah, I love you, you're amazing, blah, blah, blah. The other one is like last year's was, it's, after 8 years, I still want to touch the butt or something like that. She's just like, which one's my? Because they're both in envelopes, both signed the same way, and she's like, well, which one's the funny one? I'm like, that one. So she'll read that one first. Like, okay, this is the real heartfelt one.
That's nice. Yeah, I like getting cards too. Especially if there's a message written inside.
Yeah.
Versus just like
HAGS.
signed. Yeah. HAGS? Did I miss
Have
it?
a great summer.
Oh.
People never signed that in your yearbook?
Mm-mm.
You never got HAGS?
No.
I'm HAGSing you.
Have a great summer. Yeah, no.
No, it was like your end of the yearbook. It was like, get everyone to sign it. I can't write. I'm only going to write a couple things of like my closest friend and everyone else got a HAGS.
Oh, no. Never.
I'm writing you HAGS today.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
have
write
all
you some
my
HAGS.
have all my yearbooks too.
You're-
Maybe that's like a Seattle thing.
No. I went to school in California.
West Coast thing. I don't know. I mean, it's
I got HAGSed a lot.
Yeah, yearbook time at the end of the year was always for me like, okay, that girl
Yes.
that we've had a crush on.
Okay, I need to get her to sign
it's,
something.
It's just like, hey, like I'm having people put their phone number in as well, so we can like stay in touch over the summer. They worked.
It did. I have, I only yearbooks I have left are my high school yearbooks, and in those, there's a couple of those. You'd go to the girl you liked, hey, and I have a couple of them that had the phone numbers in there, and like you knew if like you handed them the thing, and they're like cool, and they took it, put it under their arm with their pen because you knew they were going to put some runtime into that one.
Yeah.
They were going to take some time to sign that one versus like, yeah, no, that's cool. Here you go.
There was always the people during yearbook time that literally like they would have a stack on their desk. You just get added to the queue.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about
they're
that.
like, hey, do you need this next class? Like, can I give this back to you?
No, take your time.
In
Take your
third
time.
Period. You're like, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
And they would start at the top of one page, and like what they'd be writing would go around the photos and loop back out again. And yeah.
No.
Someone's
No one
like,
ever
hey,
signed
hey,
it.
could you sign this? Oh, but sorry, this page is reserved for Sarah.
Yes. Yes.
So
I forgot about that.
Find some other space.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. No, we had like you just signed in the front or the back.
Oh yeah. No, this was all
You
over the
didn't. You
place.
didn't sign all throughout the yearbook.
They would go find a random page, like maybe there was a picture of them on it, or you on it, or the two of you. Sometimes, like if there was a sporting event or something, and that was the page they'd sign.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot all about that. Getting old.
Phone numbers. That's hilarious. No, it's not a thing. That even never crossed my mind. But also, I wasn't trying to give my yearbook to any girls and get their phone numbers.
I should.
That was never the expectation. It was just like, I have to look now. I'm like, maybe I do have a phone number in there, and she probably thought I liked her
I need to
or
go.
wanted me to like her.
We should bring in our old yearbooks for a video. With,
Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be crazy.
you'll see one with me with bleached tips.
The frosted tips.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked pretty bad. It was great.
Are yours in color?
Yes. Senior ones are. The senior photos were always in color.
Yours in color.
What?
I just
That was
got
a
that.
thing.
Because I'm old.
No, mine are not in color.
No, the underclassmen in our yearbooks at my school, the underclassmen are not in color. The
Yeah.
seniors are always in color because
Yeah.
they got the larger format
Oh, really?
photos.
Yeah.
All the underclassmen got the like 1 inch by 2 inch photo or whatever, but then when the seniors got the like 2 by 3 or something like that.
Ours were all color. It was just senior. They had you basically put on this like little like tuxedo top looking thing.
Yeah, we did that.
So all
Really?
all the seniors were like really like sophisticated looking photos.
They just
Yeah,
took
and the
our
girls,
senior-
the girls did they have like the black?
Yeah, like
the velvet.
shoulderless dress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they just asked you for your senior photo at my school, so
Oh.
you'd send my senior photo is me wearing a sweatshirt.
What's the sweatshirt say?
It was I don't know, class of Y2K2. That was when we graduated. That was it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really want to do it, so. Wow,
Like
is it?
comfort.
I was about is it yours in color? I was like, yeah, no, it's written on stone tablets.
No, my whole senior yearbook is in color. That was like the first year they had ever done a full color yearbook.
Okay.
But before that, the
was all black and
seniors,
white?
yeah, the seniors were in color throughout high school, but they've always been black and white.
Yeah, everything under that. But you can still see the frosted tips in the black and white.
That's hilarious. I would love to see that.
You'd see me at about $1.48 in that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm 204 pounds right now. I got weighed with Blair yesterday at our doctor's appointment. She didn't want to do her weight, so I had to hold her. They weighed us, then I put her down, and then they weighed me again, and it was like 238 or something with her. I'm like, okay, so I got to be under 200 when I'm not holding her. 204. Cool.
Same, if that makes you feel any better.
Doesn't. I want to be lighter, a little lighter. I got to get my jawline back.
Oh, God.
You're sick right now, so.
There's your chance.
I tried.
I'm at 180, but when I was in high school and stuff, I was like 115.
You were 115?
Yeah, I was really, really, really thin.
I thought I was thin at 140, 148. I just, at that time, it was like, I want to get as big as I can get. And you'd be like, yeah, I'm 155. Oh, yeah, well, I'm 168. And then they're like, you were big. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, oh, my God, if I was 168 pounds, I'd look like a skeleton now.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine it.
What else? Yeah, so that's, well, okay, Mother's Day weekend, we'll probably do like a brunch thing like we did last year, or maybe go to the park or something like that, maybe. We'll see. Well, we got baseball games and everything else now, so.
Mike's soccer dad.
Well, are you going to call your mom? Or no, you're doing something with Jared's mom, or what are you guys doing?
Well, his mom's moving this weekend.
But she's here,
Yeah,
isn't she?
she'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, she gets here like this weekend.
Yeah, they all do. So I'm sure we'll do something with them, and I'll FaceTime with my mom because my birthday's on Mother's Day. So it's like, hey, Mom, thanks for having me. I'm your birthday present.
You're welcome.
Well,
I mean,
Mother's Day present.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I like when her birthday falls on Mother's Day because then it was just like 2 for 1 day. Because it's my birthday, and then 3 days later it's my mom's birthday, and 3 days later it's her mom's birthday.
Oh, wow.
So we're all just like boom, boom.
Every few years it shifts.
Yep. So one of our birthdays always falls on Mother's Day.
Oh.
The more you know.
Awesome. See, those are the best kind of gifts.
Yeah, yeah.
Practical.
Yeah, practical.
I love a practical gift.
But then my mom saw how much he likes them, and she's like, I think I need a pair of those.
And you're like,
Well,
oh,
I'll let
where's
you
the
know
sale?
when I was gonna say, I'll let you know when they're on sale.
Yeah. Or joint Mother's Day, but she didn't tell me before I already had flowers shipped to her house. So.
You're like, too late.
Too late.
That takes
We'll
out
talk
of the
about
budget.
next year.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait. So are they down in California?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
But they'll be here on like the 17th until the 27th. Like they'll be up for a little bit. So we'll like celebrate her birthday here, which will be nice.
Oh, that'll be
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
When we showed up for the lunch for his birthday, I have a card from me and a card from the kids. They're 2 little cards about yay big, but that's all I'm showing up with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on a call holding these 2 cards. Eric walks up because I think he did like a little Mother's Day thing for my mom, right? Is that what it was? Yeah. I'm like, I'm screwed. It's the bag that there's a bottle of wine in there with flowers. Was there a card too? And a card. And I'm like, oh. So we walk out the door. He's like, yeah, crappiest son right here. Favorite son right there. He's like, oh, so nice to see you. Thank you for having me here and here and here. I'm like,
It was my favorite wine.
well,
I knew she'd
no,
like it.
no, and it's very touching, and that's all good. But it's just like,
To be fair, she's cooking a birthday dinner for him, so it's a nice gesture to say thank you.
he's just exceptional with that, and
He seems pretty good with people.
and the bar is the bar is deservedly high. It's all great, but as you get maybe focused too much on the things that you're focusing on, but you still do remember, and then you're like, I could have maybe stepped up my game. And my mom, in her infinite sarcasm, was like, yeah, you could have. This is the same mom when I broke my foot. And I was like, Mom, I think I broke my foot. And she's like, well, which foot is it? And it was my left one. She goes, well, that's not your driving foot. Drive yourself to the hospital. So you have to understand her humor.
Yeah, it's really funny. I should have given you the flowers. I didn't even think about it. I've been like, I'll give the wine here.
Yeah, no. Eric's just
Instead, I'm
here
just like
and
there,
here.
can barely. Hey, can you hold some of these gifts for your mom that I bought?
Yeah, he's just like, it was like a conveyor belt of things that he's giving them, and it's like, yeah, I got you some cards. Yes, it was good.
Do you either of you have siblings? I don't know if you ever talked about that.
Only child.
I have 3. Yep, but I'm significantly older. So it's like 7 years older than my brother, 10 years older than my sister, and 13 years older than my other sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
Big
huge
difference.
age gap.
Me, I was awesome as you could have, I guess, and they only wanted one. I'm not sure. It's just me. I always get the, oh, you're an only child. That explains a lot. I don't know what that means, but apparently everybody says the same thing.
Only child tendencies are a thing. One of my close female friends is an only child, and me and some of my other friends make jokes about, like, that's just how she is.
Yeah.
Didn't grow up with siblings.
I think there are pros to being an only child, and developmentally, I think. But there are times where you can be a little self-absorbed, like on Mother's Day when you're bringing gifts to your mom and you only get 2 cards. I could have stepped it up.
Next year. There's always next year.
Well, he's always kind enough. He's like, do you want me to get some stuff for whatever this thing is? Like, if we're going to something.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I got it. I should have taken you up on that one. Thank you for joining us today on episode 12 of Property Pairings. I'm Hagrid, and this is Harry.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, right. Remember to click like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Somewhere to be, so.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a dynamic duo for us today. I didn't have time to look one up. I was thinking Fred and Barney. Did I already do that one?
Mhm.
Okay. It gets hard because if you're trying to name off ones that would be culturally relevant, it gets harder to name them off. Like, there's no sitcoms anymore these days. Like, nobody watches any of that stuff.
Bugs and Daffy. They're kind of like us.
It could be like,
Oh, one what I was watching the other day?
Huh.
I can't remember if either one of you are. Well, you are. Will Ferrell. Talladega Nights was just like on.
oh, yeah.
You could do.
I saw it once.
You could do Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton.
Did you ever see that movie? I only saw it once.
If you can't even ask that question.
I can't
I
ask. I don't even know why I do
If
it.
you didn't see Step Brothers, if you didn't get the Dumb and Dumber reference, there's no way you watched Talladega Nights.
You didn't watch Talladega Nights.
No.
Talladega
I
Nights
didn't.
is
I
funnier
didn't.
than Step Brothers to me personally.
Did I?
I mean, you could be Regina George, and I could be Katie Heron.
I have no idea what that is. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Mean Girls.
Oh.
You could be Harry Potter. I could be Ron.
I forgot about me. I only saw that movie once too.
Oh, I could quote that movie for sure.
Well, you look more like Harry than I do.
Oh, with the glasses. Yeah.
Then who would I be?
Hagrid.
I'm Ron. I'm
Dumbledore, maybe. Mentor-like, older.
Snape.
No.
I don't. But Snape was good in the end.
No, he was good in the end.
Yeah.
I really feel like you're like Dumbledore for sure. Older.
McGonagall.
The lady.
Ooh, Hagrid.
That's what I said.
Did you
That
say
was
Hagrid?
the first
I
one
thought you said.
The first one I said was like, oh, Hagrid. Yeah. Rewind it.